John, I humbly receive this gavel and appreciate you and your service for this past year. I congratulate all of the students and the student chapters this year on their great work, all of the professionals, both current and retired. Congratulations. It's been a truly challenging year. Actually, it's been a hell of a year. And when we left Corpus last February, we had no idea of the challenges and the turmoil that lie immediately ahead. The disruption from COVID were felt throughout every sector of our profession and studies. It's fair to say that none among us escaped unscathed. But with these challenges, we have seen and continue to see innovation and adoption of new, likely durable systems and technology as means to get the work done. And I mean, whose expectations haven't been blown away by the successful annual meeting conducted entirely through the interwebs? I know I am. We also bore witness as disparities of diversity, equity, and justice were brought to the forefront of the nation's conscience. This offered our organizations the opportunity to reflect on the responsibilities we bear as we work to affirm the tenets of the North American model of wildlife conservation, namely managing wildlife, a public trust resource on behalf of all citizens, and assuring the democratic principles of wildlife access by all, regardless of background, color, orientation. During the course of this meeting, I've been heartened to learn of the progress made within the chapter's own history, one that originated as a small organization with a male to female sex ratio that exceeded 99-1 to today. When we look around and we see a robust membership of over 900 plus professionals, academics, and students with demonstrably improved parity. Ours is a society that endeavors to pave broad avenues of opportunity, a truth that we must assure is understood and known by all communities that care for and benefit from the management of our shared wildlife resources. And I recall my own introduction and progress within the Wildlife Society and what it's meant for me as an example. Let me start by saying I had no background in farming, ranching, or forestry. No one in my family has owned land. No one in my family was a hunter before me. We did not camp, nor did we hike. But I did have a strong connection to the outdoors as a child because of the joys of unstructured nature play. When I, at 22 years old, enrolled at Texas State University, I was a single co-parent aiming to be a first-generation graduate. I didn't have a clear path before me, but I was plenty motivated to get life and career going. It was a simple flyer posted in the halls of the Supple Science Building that lured me to the first student chapter meeting, based entirely on the premise of free pizza and live animals. It was at that meeting that I met my future advisor and mentor, Dr. Randy Simpson. Shortly afterwards was when I first understood that the forgotten joy of nature play could be recaptured in a bona fide degree, and more importantly, a vocation. We all have an origin story. That one's mine. Today I stand before you, yes, virtually, as the incoming president of undoubtedly the most prestigious natural resource management society in Texas. And I'll sheepishly admit that being elected to serve by my friends and my peers and my colleagues is the realization of a quiet dream that started in those university halls. However, I can say unequivocally that I would not be here without the opportunities provided and the deep investments made by this Texas chapter and its leadership. Many of us have experienced the commitment of our student advisors have to hands-on learning and preparing students for the world after university. The society exhibits its commitments through its annual conference platform used to showcase current, past, future professionals through recognition, scholarships, and awards. Undeniably, ours is an accessible network of seasoned natural resource professionals and giants in wildlife conservation. Talent and expertise abounds, and it is available if only you ask. The James G. Tier Conservation Leadership Institute is actively cultivating future leaders through its work with early career professionals. Both President-elect John Kinsey and I credit the Tier Institute for positively influencing our careers. At this point, I'd like to express my extreme gratitude to a handful of people, and I have to start always with my parents for undying support as they have always allowed me to pursue my passions for wildlife. My wife and fellow wildlifer, Erin, whose passion for the wild others serves as my own inspiration, and my son, Christian, who was my first field assistant and original motivation. Thank you, Dr. Randy Simpson, for everything, period, hard stop. Thank you, Dr. John Tomachek, for your strong leadership this past year. You never failed to step up and go to bat on behalf of the organization, even as you and your family were struck with great personal challenges. Thank you to all the past presidents, as I now better appreciate the weight of your responsibilities to career and profession. Thank you, Dr. Don Steinbach, for being a thought partner, a mentor, and a friend. And I think we all owe Christy and Mary Pearl a debt of gratitude for taking us boldly into the digital world. And I thank you all of the committee chairs, current, past, for admirably shouldering these volunteer burdens while at the same time balancing career and family. It's an immense challenge at times. Next year's conference remains an in-person affair. Please mark February 24th through the 26th on your calendars. The venue is Horseshoe Bay Resort, just west of Marble Falls, Texas, and I'm enthusiastically looking forward to seeing all of you there. To conclude, I'll leave you with a few parting thoughts. To all the students and early career professionals, never fail to dare mighty things. And as TR said, far better is it to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy nor suffer much, because they, in the gray twilight, that knows not victory nor defeat. And to my colleagues, we must remember to view our role as members and mentors within the Texas chapter the same way that we view our relationship with wildlife. It's ours. It's not ours. It's just our turn. And to all the giants that have paved this road for us, thank you. The legacy that you have sown grows before you. And with that, I thank everybody for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. And I look forward to continued service over the next 12 months with the great new slate of officers. And I'll tell you now, good night. See you in the morning. Have a drink. It's been a long one.